Shalom Makim, brother Kamamahar here, back at it again. First things first, we give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, qadash. Double honors, apostles, and elders, learning truth from GMS, and blessing to the Akim there preaching his word, Yahawashi. Blessing to the 144,000 and 1/3, the first fruits king of heaven, house of David, the Biyaf Dawadah, and Shalom to brothers out there speaking different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to get into Jacob's trouble actually. For brothers who don't really know what that is, most brothers do. But in case there's a new listener, I'm actually getting to Jacob's trouble because I'm seeing a lot of things happening on the scene. I see some persecution on the scene coming up. I seen on the news there was I guess Jake was I'm not you know how Esau is. Esau is very crafty and subtle, which means clever. So but for the sake of the article, it was talking about a couple deaths on a hate crime of Jewish people, or whatever, so-called tag to black Hebrew Israelites, which were not black. At the end of the day, though, I seen all those troops with them big guns and different things of that nature, and what type of crowd that it brought off the strength of the fact that it was anti-Semitic and anti-Jewish people. And when it comes to the Edomites, which is the Amalekites in the situation, I saw how those troops came, and they came like in a flood, and it just automatically let me know in the spirit that it was like, okay, this is going to be on a larger scale, coming to all so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, especially the brothers out there preaching his word with whole heart, true sincerity, because what we're preaching is, the gospel, which will be considered hate to society and the world, especially Esau being the ruler of the situation. So, on a larger scale, it ain't going to be for just specific, 2, 4, or 5 brothers that's doing something that requires them to have, that warrants them to be able to have a bunch of troops coming out like the SWAT team or the army or different things of that nature. It's going to be coming at all Jake so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. So with that being said or whatever, it's going to be a time like never seen before. I mean, it's going to be, and this time is approaching very, 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 very fast, because we can see persecution coming on the scene. Mark of the Beast is on the scene now. As far as being mandatory, it's on its way. We need the economy to crash, which is going to push it, which makes very much sense. We're coming when it comes to these prophecies are coming very, very strong. And as a men of the Lord, we're blowing that trumpet, pursuant to Ezekiel 2 and 5 or Ezekiel 33 and 33. That's our job. So we're prophesying upon these times that we're in right now. And that's what we're in. We're in a time where Jacob's trouble is going to come. I wanted to bring out the precepts on that. Let me see. Okay, right here. Let me see. Okay, that's a whole wisdom of Solomon. That's another video right there I can do. Let me go to the book of I started Daniel. Daniel 12:1. And it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and thy people are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, predominantly for the elect. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, and everyone that shall be found written in the book. And right, that's why men of the Lord are doing his work on the highways and hedges, trying to keep these feast days. We trying to be part of that number to be delivered and be found in that, written in that book, man, the book of life, man, because when these times come, it's only going to be one way to save you out of this thing. It's going to be from the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and a hedge over you. Other than that, it's just pretty much a done deal for anybody, heathen and the 2/3 of our people. So, and the reason why I will go into 2/3 is because the 2/3 of our people got to be cut off pursuant to And that's also going into, you got the race wars, you got the Jacob's trouble in general, you got famine and thermonuclear war. You know what I'm saying? So all these different times that these situations are going to happen, it's going to be great mass death in the situation out here. And see, right here is Jeremiah 13:8, and it says Zechariah, Salakia, Zechariah 13:8, and it says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." And that's that thy people that shall be delivered for all the ones that's written in the book. That's what it's going into. That's that 1/3, which is 66.6% of a pie, which is pretty more than half. So it's only a small number of Israelites is going to be delivered out this thing, man. That's why we always say, Lord willing, we one of those men, because we're hopeful elect. So we just gotta just have faith and keep on doing the will of the Lord, and being that servant, and keep it going, man, and to the end, because it's gonna be times coming up, man, where it's gonna look like you not gonna make it, probably. Like, I mean, but it says the elect will scarcely be saved. So no matter what, to the death of this thing, you gotta just keep faith and keep stabilized. That's why Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And for the reason why you want to go to in the book of Isaiah 55:6, for the reason why you want to stay afloat with this thing, because it says, seek ye Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi while he may be found, and call ye upon him while he is near. Right? So this is the time to be calling on the name of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because when the Jacob trouble time come, like a time never seen before, it's gonna be too late, man. It's gonna be, people are gonna be like, Lord, Lord, help me. And the Most High say he's gonna just laugh at your calamity, pursuant to Proverbs, the 1st chapter. I think right in the 20s, I believe. It says right, it says, because I have called and you refused. I'm 23. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right? So we in that grace period now. So this is the time you need to be seeking on the Lord while he may be found. Because once these what's that, Amos 8:11, famine of the word. Once the famine of the word come, that grace period is over. Now it's going to be all hands on deck and a great slaughter coming out for the same situation. And this precepts Isaiah 65 or 66, where it says pretty much the same thing. But because you don't want to regard, when Jacob's trouble come in these terrible times like never seen before, it says, the Lord said, but you have set a naught at my counsel, all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when the fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer, and they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And that's for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Right. So, since our people don't want to hearken, man, it's only a select few of us that wants to get down with the lay down. We'll get down with the get down. Because if you don't get down, then the Lord will lay you down. And he's going to laugh at you when you talk about, oh, God, help me, and all that. And it's just not going to work. Why? Because you refuse the Lord, pursuing a 1:24. Because I have called and you refuse, and I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. So when things go wrong and Jacob's trouble come on the scene, man, it's not looking too good. And the Lord going to laugh at you. Can you imagine a woman being, like in the face of rape upon 5 men? Like, ain't nothing she can do about it. Ain't nobody gonna come and save her. There's nothing she can do. You got 5 strong men grabbing her up, pinning her down, ripping panties off, and like going to town. And it's like nothing she can do about it. Until he done, then the next bull gonna go. Then he done, the next bull gonna go. And he done, man, shoot, by the end of the first dude, the woman had enough. She gonna be, I didn't had enough. The secret parts of a woman gonna be destroyed and messed up. Ain't no man gonna be worried about that. He trying to get a nut off. Might even kill her afterwards, man. You got massive death, and you got, oh man, it's going to be super bad. You have wild beasts. The zoo's gonna be opened up, man. Men in jail that's really psychos gonna be out on the loose. There ain't gonna be no COs stopping them and police, none of that. It's going to be a bad time. 911 is not gonna work no more. So all these proud women, what are they gonna do? What is a proud woman saying that a man is equal to them gonna really do in that day? No man governed me, and all this pride and they got. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do during a time like that? Like when everybody's seen the movie Purge. How can a woman survive in something like that? Ain't no 911, so you better run for your life. You know what I'm saying? So, these times be coming in, man. Women need to, get down with the lay down. You know what I'm saying? They need to focus on what's important. Get with a man of the Lord, which, I'm probably speaking a little too far. Probably overextending myself because it's not too many women out here that's really trying to do that. Wear a dress and garb up and things of that nature, and let the man be subjected unto a man, things of that nature. That's pretty far-fetched in my world. It really is. Some brothers are blessed with a woman like that, but I haven't seen them in my time frame. But let me go to Jeremiah. This one is in Jeremiah. Yeah, this will be in Jeremiah, I believe 30:7. And it says, "At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Yeah, only the elect gonna be saved out of it, man. But it's a time like never before. No day has ever been like. Slavery has been an extraordinary, utterly just insane bad time frame for Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. Predominantly so-called Negroes, but Latinos and also the Indians been in slavery as well. That was terrible. I mean, what they were going through, whipping and break bucking and alligator feeding kids and women separated from it's just nuts. It's just out of control nuts on what type of situations that Jake's been in with slavery. And the Lord is saying that Jacob's trouble is going to be worse than something like that. Then you got the so-called Holocaust. Whatever with that one. You know how we go with that one. But that was so-called bad. Any given torture situation that ever happened in the history, nothing going to compare to Jacob's trouble, man. So we got to seek the Lord while he may be found, man, because, the ones written in the book, man, because look, man, it's going to be some things going on. There's going to be some things going on. I can even go to second address. What I wanted to hit on was Revelations 12:12. And it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." Right. And that's a coward's way out. You see what I'm saying? So that makes a lot of sense. When you see that from time to time where a loser, like a sore loser will be like, okay, let's say, a sore loser was losing in a basketball game. So, he wanted to basically take the ball and pop a hole in it because he wasn't winning. So that way he can ruin it for everybody else. You know what I mean? And make everybody else hell because they can't play no more because you mad. Well, that's what's going on with Esau, man. The so-called white man. It's going to be a time. We in a time frame where their particular time frame is up. And so they know that because these prophecies are coming on scene and they know their time is about to be up. So why not go and just go ham and destroy whatever they can, especially Jacob. the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Indians. Why not go and just go hard now? Like, if you only got a little bit of time, you might as well have fun. You might as well go sporting. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. But, it's all good, though. Because in this time frame, the Lord going to lift that standard up. And some brothers going to get spiritual power, man, to be able to fight back Esau. Lord willing, one of those men. But, I can go to spiritual power all day. But I wanted to bring this up because we're coming into these times of Jacob's trouble, man. Persecution is coming. Martial law is coming. Sedition of men where no man will regard his neighbor is coming. Pursuing the second address to 15th chapter. Brothers can go read that. You know what I'm saying? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Yeah, it's going to be insane. Cannibalism's coming. Look, man. Look. This is going to even scare the elect. But at the end of the day, though, the elect is going to have faith in the Yahawashi to be able to, get through this thing. And some of us going to be martyrs, but us brothers know in the truth, real men of the Lord know that being a martyr is probably the best way to go. I personally believe, in my opinion, brothers, I'm gonna take whatever road that Yahawashi has for me, and when it comes, I'm gonna know. At the end of the day, though, I will really, really like it if the Lord had mercy on me, and because we seeking our own salvation. So if I was to speak for myself right now, and these brothers that's out there preaching His word with whole true sincerity, but if the Yahawashi had mercy on me to give me spiritual power, so I could fight back. Oh man, see 30 Edomites. What phenomenal experience to be in the position where there's 30, 40, 50 Edomites with big guns in your face, all pointed at you, talking about get your hands up and ready to shoot you, and the Spirit of the Lord come upon you, and then you can just start doing chronicle type stuff like telekinesis and blowing all the cars back, and and making Edomites fly back and make them explode, or acquire the speed of flash and hit them hard, and bullets bounce off of you and start making them go back. Matter of fact, this is for the sake of what I'm saying to you right now. Let me go to the book of Leviticus, the 26th chapter, and it says 7, and it says, and you shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. Right. So that's what's going to happen again during Jacob's trouble, and certain men are going to get that power to be able to do something like that. Lord willing, I'm a spiritual power freak, so I just in my personal opinion, Lord willing, that'd just be like make sense if I was to get power, but that's the Lord's doing and the Lord's will. But this time frame is coming up, Akim, is really terrible. So we got to stay on point, keep the laws best way we can, and 2/3 of our people, man, they got to go. But hey, we doing this thing for the elect's sake. I want to say on Thawada, Yahawashi, Abaratasa. This is edifying to the sheep, and I want to say Yahawah. He is to be exists by Bahasham in the name, and only begotten Son of the Lord and Savior Yahawashi by Bahasham in the name, and the Holy Spirit of qadash. Double irons, apostles, and elders, were true from GMS. And blessing to the Akim out there preaching His word with whole true sincerity. And blessing to the 144,000 and 1/3, the first fruits kingdom of heaven. House of David, the Biyaf Dawadah. And shalom to you brothers out there speaking in different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom, brothers.